So I learned something in the aftermath of the last episode, that being that a decent portion of my quote-unquote fan base aren't exactly fans of cliffhangers. And I'll tell you this, you shouldn't have let me know that, because your chances of seeing cliffhangers in the future, especially if it's that good of a cliffhanger, have just, the chances of that have gone up tenfold. I am so happy I did that now, knowing that it bothered a couple of people, made it all worth it. But anyway, we are back. It is time. Game 7 between ourselves and the Colorado Avalanche. The winner will go to the Stanley Cup Final to play the Tampa Bay Lightning. We have nothing left to do other than to get right down to business. Let's go. We have home ice. Can we take advantage of it? I certainly hope so. Otherwise, this could be a drastically different episode. Either we're getting right into the draft itself, or we have our first Stanley Cup Final appearance. So let's go. First period is scoreless. We are outshot 11-6. But again, it is scoreless after the opening 20 minutes. Second period is also scoreless. Oh, God. I almost hit the A button accidentally. I hit my wrist on the desk. Almost hit the wrong button. Third period. Let's go. There's nothing else I can say. There's no other way to hype it. You guys know the stakes at this point. Power play chance for Colorado is killed off. We are halfway through the third. Jay Graves gets the first goal of this game. We are so goddamn close. 2 minutes left in this game. 2 minutes left. And you know what? I have to see the moment. I have to see the moment. It comes down to this. The journey. This journey here with Goon Squad. It comes down to this. Although I do need to change the time of the periods here, because we don't want it to be a realistic 2 minutes. Son of a bitch, I always hit the wrong button. If we are going to go to the Stanley Cup Final for the first time, then I absolutely want to see the same animation that we see every time, the same cutscene. Why am I not allowed to hit the back button? There we go. EA, let's not have your menus glitch out. If we are going to the Stanley Cup Final, then I want to see that same cinematic of our captain not touching the trophy. I want to see this happen. It has been a journey with this team. We fell short last year, and now we are just 2 minutes away from making it to the Stanley Cup Final for the first time. Jay Graves' goal is the difference maker as Jake Bean deflects a puck off a teammate's face. Carl Grundstrom's shot goes just wide. That was a very weird play. Likens to Chelios. Wharton for Horkoff across the blue line. Back for Wharton. It's Chelios. Shot is stopped by DeRocher with 54.4 remaining. As you see, Eric Darling is their point leader this postseason. Top line against top line. 54 seconds left. McDavid wins the faceoff in the defensive zone. Mikko Rantanen through the neutral zone. They find McDavid. He takes the shot and he scores. Oh my God. Connor McDavid wins the defensive zone draw. There's a couple of quick passes. He takes the slap shot from the very high slot. And McDavid has tied this game. I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. Other than the fact that it's quite tragic, really. Graves over the blue line. 40 seconds left. The pass in front is intercepted by Jake Bean. Right. Not ideal. Colorado dumps in. I can't believe that just happened. And now the question is, as McDonough wins the puck along the boards, now the question is, did I make a mistake by jumping into the sim? But obviously with 2 minutes left, you'd like to think your team would be able to hold on. Rantanen having trouble along the sideboards, looks to make a move, somehow finds McDavid on that pass. He finds Darnell Nurse. He carries down low, 10 seconds left. Renton into the point. It's Valentin Zykov. He takes the shot. It deflects. McDonough finds it. 3 seconds left. Horkoff over the blue line takes the shot. It is stopped by DeRocher. And we are going to overtime in Game 7 of the conference final. Right off the back of an unfortunate goal from Connor McDavid. Of course, I can't skip this, so I'm sure we'll get to see that goal again. Here it is. He cuts inside. I don't even know, like, who was that got burned there that missed the poke check? That is... Oh, that is a devastating goal. That is a devastating goal to give up. I don't think I have to hype this up at all. It speaks for itself. The worst case scenario of jumping into the sim to potentially see a trophy being awarded. And now we face overtime in Game 7. Jake Bean, after the draw was won by McDavid, it's Zykov across the blue line. He finds McDavid. McDavid steps in and a gigantic save is made by Marcus Brodin. Connor McDavid is killing our defense. Nolan Foote into the offensive zone looking for space. He's having trouble with Homer, who is able to get it out. It's Valentin Zykov again. McDavid trailing. Zykov looking for space, loses it again, finds McDavid. Brodin with another gigantic save. It's Mikko Rantanen. Zykov. They continue to cycle. Jake Bean for Rantanen. The 1T! Another gigantic save for Brodin. Puck in front. Zykov. Another save. Oh my god. That top line is dominating. Absolutely dominating. But thankfully, Marcus Brodin is saving the day. 37 saves. It's second line versus second line. Darling is out. Defensive zone draw is 1. Horkoff for Chelios. He'll dump it in. It's Darnell Nurse. He's able to somehow find Teuvo Teravainen. Now Charlie Hudon over the blue line. Takes the shot. Saved by Brodin. The rebound is taken care of. Likens finds Wharton. He will dump it in as well. Carlo is able to clear. The dump and chase is not working. Likens gets caught. Colorado brings it down low. Wharton is able to pick the puck up after contact. Again, it's Horkoff over the line. Wharton takes the shot. Rebound. Puck is loose. DeRocher is able to cover. So another decent chance there. No doubt that the Avalanche have had the better chances in this game thus far, at least from the point that we jumped into the action, particularly with the McDavid goal, of course. It's a fresh third line against a tired second line in this offensive zone draw situation for Earl Roach. He's able to win it. Abraham Zanetti looking for space. He can't find it. It finds its way to a Ronson. Zanetti gets it back. Turnaround shot is knocked down. Hudon finds it in front of the net and carries out through the neutral zone. Pass to Darling. It's broken up and recovered by Roach. He finds Del Zotto. Up to Zanetti across the blue line. Abraham Zanetti finds a Ronson. Save by DeRocher. Ronson to the point. It's Del Zotto. Finley and back. Del Zotto's shot is stopped. A big glove save from DeRocher. Trouba's able to win the puck. He finds Carl Grundstrom. Grundstrom across the blue line. Looking for space, finds the trailer, and Trouba, the shot is stopped. Some big saves on both sides of the ice right now. Teravainen for Trouba. He loses it to Finley. Great pass for Ronson, and he'll dump it in. Puck is recovered by Radulov, sent around the back for Grundstrom. Carl Grundstrom through the neutral zone. Looking to find Malhotra. He does. Give and go. Grundstrom to Radulov in front, to the point. It's Smith, now Trouba, back to Smith, Radulov, and there is going to be a penalty. A pass attempt in front results in a high-sticking call on Reefers. The only move he really had, otherwise there would have been a spectacular scoring chance for Colorado. The Ducks are being forced to kill this penalty. It's Kaufman and McDonald against the top line. Rantanen, McDavid, And Zykov, McDavid wins the draw. Homer for Zykov. Now Rantanen back to the point. D to D. Homer in front for McDavid, and he just misses. Connor McDavid completely uncovered in front of goal, but he couldn't bury it. It's Homer looking to carry out through the neutral zone himself. Leading the rush, looking for space. Finds McDavid in front again, and he misses. On pass, just misses Connor as well. Homer's shot is blocked, and Kress is able to clear. And there is a chance here for Anderson McDonald. He cuts in front. Big save. Another chance on a potentially empty net. But the defense is able to make the play. This is stressful. I didn't need this. We could be simming through the cup final right now. It's Wharton and Dick on the penalty kill. Wharton's able to win the draw. McMillan for Wharton, and that's Frederick McDonough. McMillan the chance to Marty. In front for Wharton. The shot is stopped by DeRocher. Homer for Rantanen. Looking for space through the neutral zone. He makes his move. Rantanen still looking for space. Dick with the interception. And he clears. Wharton with the steal in the neutral zone. The shot is denied by DeRocher. McDonough for Wharton, and another gigantic save. Wharton will recover after DeRocher played it out. Frederick McDonough, Marty Dick, and back again. McDonough sends it around, and it's recovered by Colorado. It's Darling, their leading scorer, through the neutral zone against Frederick McDonough. Pass in front for Houdon. It's Darnell Nurse. He's looking to step in. He passes over for Houdon. Marcus Brodin is there. It is a goaltending duel. There is no next game. This is it. Game 7 of the conference final. The top line still out there for Colorado. It's McDonald and Horikoff who is able to win that draw. He gets it back and clears. 18 seconds to go on this power play. The whole realistic 2-minute deal is really screwing us right now. McDavid for Homer. He steps in. Big save. Marcus Brodin on the breakaway. Jeez, my God, he stops the defenseman. Homer can't bury it. There is life. It is even strength. Zykov for McDavid. Back for Zykov. And now again for McDavid. He's bumped. He loses it. He's battling for it. Brodin is able to poke it out for Wharton. Cedric Horikoff across the blue line. Toe drag. He loses it. Zykov finds McDavid. McDavid through the zone. Finds this man in front. Marcus Brodin is there with the save. This is ridiculous. Another gigantic save on top of the one that we're watching on replay right now. Marcus Brodin is doing everything he can to keep his team in it. It's a first line versus fourth line situation in our favor. It's an offensive zone draw victory, though. Nurse turns it over to Del Zotto. It's Kaufman who will dump it in. And Foote wins it. In front for Kaufman. Big save from DeRocher. Foote recovers. Looking for space. Foote is battling. He wins the puck back and sends it deep. Kaufman is there. In front for Jay Graves. It's deflected. Carlo loses it. Finley finds it. Finley to the point. Del Zotto and now Foote back for Finley. Tries to dump it in. It's a 3-on-1 situation. Colorado's able to get it back. Foote keeps it in, gets a shot, and it was offside. Nolan Foote with a tremendous effort on that shift. A couple of decent chances, including that one right there. Unfortunately, the goaltending duel continues. It's a very tired top line now. Still against the fourth line. Interesting decision from our coach. Foote, though, is able to get the puck off the draw. Carlo battling Kaufman. Foote recovers on the sideboards. And Colorado recovers. It's McCult who dumps it in. Stopped behind the net from Brodin, or by Brodin. He sends it around. That is nearly an unnecessary turnover. Foote for Del Zotto. It's Kaufman making his move. Takes the shot. Rebound opportunity is there. Colorado is able to recover across the blue line. It's the Avalanche. In front, another gigantic save from Marcus Brodin. There is no defense whatsoever from our team right now. There's nothing. There is no defense from the Goon squad right now. It's third line v third line. Earl Roach wins another defensive zone draw. Aronson tries to find his man. Delzato's able to recover. It's Finley who dumps it in. 1.5 to go in this first overtime. Aronson finds it, cuts in front, and he scores! Yes! Aronson! The dump and chase finally works! Aronson makes his move, wins it in the corner, cuts in front, and beats the Avalanche. Oh my god, DeRocher is human after all. Zach Aronson is able to get the winning goal. McDavid ties it with seconds to go in regulation. And despite some unreal chances by the Avalanche, Marcus Brodin is able to hold on. And the Goon squad, they are going to the Stanley Cup Final for the first time in this series. Ridiculous. Again, McDavid tied it. The gigantic saves from Brodin kept us in it. And then right here, it's going to be a very poor angle. But Aronson wins it, cuts in front, and beats DeRocher far side to send the Anaheim Ducks, to send the Goon squad to the Stanley Cup Final. What a celebration, mind you. Oh my god. We need to look at the shots. I mean, Marcus Brodin, no surprise, first star of the game. Of course, your second star. Again, no surprise that it's DeRocher, but right here, it was Finley who dumps it in at a really weird time. No one really had the momentum, but it was a perfect dump, carries off of the glass, and I want to see how well this worked out, because again, on the far side, as he's dumping it, no one's really there. Aronson's here. Ty Smith looked like he turned in time. The puck just carried over with enough speed. Smith wins the race. Aronson, a bull through a china shop, is just able to win it with speed. Cuts in front. Smith somehow doesn't get it. And Aronson is able to tuck it home. We are going to the Stanley Cup Final to play the Tampa Bay Lightning. Absolutely ridiculous. After last year's disappointment of losing in the conference final, I thought we were due. I thought I screwed up so badly to jump into the sim. But in the end, the good guys prevail. And we, again, will be playing Tampa here in the Cup Final. Absolutely ridiculous. We have home ice advantage. I want to take a look, of course, at this team, at this Lightning team, and particularly how they did in the regular season, where they finished with a very respectable 103 points, but that shows you the difference, at least in the regular season, the difference between the Rangers, Sens, and ourselves. They had the same point total, though, as Colorado, and we just went to 7 games with Colorado, so that is concerning. Taking a look at their journey here, they've lost 1 game. They swept the Bruins, they beat Ottawa in 5, and then they swept Buffalo. That is ridiculous. The Tampa Bay Lightning have had a dominant run, a near perfect run to the Cup Final. I am quite anxious to look at this lineup. I don't really want to. What are we up against? Jesus Christ, that lineup. At first it's like, oh, is it that bad? And then you see who's on their third line. Yeah. We're in a bit of trouble. The top line is former second overall pick in 2025, Evan Rafalski, 88 overall, medium elite potential, 23 years old. He has 12 points in how many games would it be? 13 games. Right. Centered by Spencer, would it be Gertson? I don't know. Gertson, a former first overall pick in the 2026 draft, 89 overall, medium elite, 22 years old. He has 11 points so far this postseason. And Marty Tamara, 87 overall, a former 12th overall pick, is the right wing on this line. He has 14 points. this postseason. That top line is good. That top line is effective. That is going to cause us some issues. The second line, we start off with Arturi Lehkonen, who has 5 points this postseason. He is centered by Matthew Barzal, who's an 87 overall with 5 points this postseason. And Thomas Kielahoma, why the double I? Kielahoma, I don't know, man. He's Finnish. That's all you gotta know. Third round pick, a former third round pick. He's an 86 overall with 5 points this postseason. We jump to the third line. Guy Bernier, undrafted, 84 overall. Tremendous. He has 5 points this postseason. Emmanuel Gagne, 86 overall on the third line, has 9 points this postseason. Another undrafted player. And, oh good, yeah, their third line's made up of all 84s and ups who have been undrafted. It's Jimmy Wolf. So clearly Tampa has been taking advantage of the free agents that, have slipped through the draft. Wolf has 10 points this postseason. That top 9 is ridiculous, and it doesn't get much easier with the fourth line. Vyacheslav Nikulin, former third-round pick, has 5 points this postseason. Centered by Nicholas Wong, the former 18th overall selection. Didn't quite make it to maybe where he should have been, although he is a second-line forward on the fourth line. You would think he'd be like a 75 overall due to the morale system, but apparently, he doesn't care. And Emile Poirier is the last member of this forward core. He has 3 points this postseason. And here is our potential advantage. As, at least on paper, defensively, we do have the edge. Their top pairing is Tommi Ristolainen, who, at 22 years old, medium elite, 86 overall for a former second-round selection. That is ridiculous. He is a plus 14 this postseason on a pairing with Daryl Spalling, former 28th overall pick. And he is also a plus 14. Second pairing is Derek Flynn, a former 5th overall pick in 2019. No points and is an even in terms of plus minus. His line, or his pairing mate, though, is Taylor Chen. He has 7 points, 22 years old, medium elite. A lot of players. If you look at this defense. Actually, no, wait, I'm mistaken. There were some forwards, though, as well, that were selected by other teams. So Tampa's had an interesting approach to team building. Colin Dwyer is the first on the third pairing. He is with Travis Danner, who, for a former 13th overall pick, that's a little bit rough. The goaltender, oh my god, that tandem. Isaac Gentile, drafted by the Rangers, not sure why they let go of him. He has a .954 save percentage in 13 appearances. Alex Nedeljkovic and his incredible eyebrows is the backup. Sean Miller and Kimmo Lettinen are also on that team. Guys, I don't think this is going to be very easy. Just call it a hunch. I don't think we're going to have a very good time here. Again, I have faith in this team. The top line's delivered. The second line, a little bit more production would be nice. Third line's done fine. No issues with that. Fourth line's done all right as well. I think the key for us here will be, can Marcus Brodin step up? What will that second line, what will our second line be able to do? And can our defense play like, they are, can they play as well as they should play, at least on paper? Again, we have the advantage when it comes to defense. Marcus Brodin has just a fantastic .941 save percentage. Boy, but whether or not that'll translate to success in this series, I do not know. What I do know is that you're going to have to wait until the next one. I'll catch you next time.